our fulfillment as leaders is directly tied to how we treat those whom we are entrusted to lead. I'm Kevin Wayne Johnson. I've built this course that comprised of 16 segments from my experience of 34 years as a frontline, mid-level, and senior level leader with the federal government and private industry, plus 22 years of continuous ministry leadership. This course will help all of us as leaders to understand the importance of the alignment that is really necessary for our subject matter expertise and our intelligence and our acumen to match what's in our heart. That is how we respect, care, value, and honor people. I would like to extend to you a personal invitation to come along on the journey on leadership with a servant's heart, leading through personal relationships.
Whether you're listening or viewing from around the world, welcome to My Journey with Paula G, where we are indeed juggling this journey called life while we're walking in the gifts and the talents that God has given us. Welcome to all of you, my journey embracers. If this is your first time with us, thank you so much for tuning in. And for those of you who are returning, you know how much we appreciate you. We appreciate each and every one of you, because I tell you each and every show at the beginning of the show that time is precious. It is the one thing that you cannot get back. So for you to think it not robbery to spend this time with us is truly, truly appreciated. And we also want to thank those who have chosen to embrace the journey through their support. That would be our underwriters. We thank them so much. Without them, we would not have the opportunity to bring you this programming on the variety of platforms that we bring it to you on. So if you have a business, a product, or service you're looking for exposure, you can reach out to us at jerryroycelive@gmail.com or Paula at paulagvoice.com. I almost forgot my own email. Paula at paulagvoice.com. Put underwriting opportunities in the subject line, and we'll be sure to follow up with you with those opportunities. Also, I want you to stay connected. Paula G Voice. Paula G Voice across all social media platforms. My website, paulagvoice.com, YouTube channel, Paula G Voice. We're working at the time of this recording on another channel that will be specifically dedicated to these shows. So if you happen to miss them on a particular platform, or you're looking to go back and view them, we will have a dedicated channel. We're working on building that now. Also, a shout out to Jerry Royce Live, our producer. Make sure you check out the weekendchannel.tv. I think that's all the housekeeping. I have to remember every week, but I think that's all the housekeeping. So today I want to continue with this series that we are on in this particular season, and it is our wellness journey that we are talking about in this particular season. And today I want to talk to you a bit about discipline. Here it is. Today I want to talk to you a bit about discipline. I've been sharing with you a little bit about my fitness journey over the years, and during each season of my life, my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, so forth, how that changed, how that evolved in regard to the fitness journey. So now we're in the season of discipline, and I want to share with you the scripture. It's 1 Corinthians 9:26 and 27. And it reads, "Therefore, I do not run like someone running aimlessly. I do not fight like a boxer beating the air. No, I strike a blow to my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified for the prize." And this particular part of Corinthians speaks to the need for self-discipline. And I know a lot of us at the beginning of the year, and we may not do it as much now, but I know years ago, at the beginning of the year, we have all these resolutions and, all of these things that we're going to do differently. And one of the things that was always key was fitness. We were going to work out. The gym memberships went up, and you go in the gym in January, February, and it was crowded. And then sometimes by the end of February, or maybe even the end of January, it was back down to its regular crowd. Why is that? Because of the lack of discipline, the lack of discipline of being consistent. Because what is it? Most of us, we wake up one morning, we realize, oh my gosh, I need to lose weight, and we think we can do that in a week or two, but we forget it took a minute for us to get to that point where we've gained this weight that we've gained, that we say that we want to lose, and we've gained it over time, and usually it happens kind of gradually, and you may not necessarily notice it because you look at yourself every day, but you wake up one day and you're like, good grief, I can't get in this pants, I can't button up this shirt, what happened? And we start this fitness plan, and we think that, okay, we're going to lose however many pounds we want to lose in a couple of weeks, and it doesn't work that way. We want everything instant, and the fact that we are in an instant, I want it now, I can get it now, I can see it now, I can research it now, I can find it now society, that we think that it can happen overnight. There's some things in this world that still take some time. Birthing babies, the process still takes 9 months. And even then, that baby boy or that baby girl may take their time coming into the world. You've heard moms talking about, I was in labor for 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours, 24 hours, 72 hours, whatever it was. But at the end of that time, they had this beautiful baby, and it was well worth the wait. The 9 months and the however many long hours you had to go through labor. I'm preaching to myself. Been there, done that. So with losing weight or getting to a weight that you desire to get to, it does take time. It is not going to happen overnight. And I know, we some of us we, partake of these elements that, claim that it's you're going to lose it overnight or lose it in a week or so. That may be the case, but you gain it back real quick, because a lot of times it's fluids, that you're losing as opposed to the solid weight. So we've got to exercise discipline, not only in our and when it comes to our health and when it comes to our fitness, but in other areas of our life. Discipline in being consistent with whatever exercise routine that may be for you. Discipline in our what it is that we're eating. I hate to use the word diet. Well, hate is a strong word. I do not like to use the word diet because it conjures up a perception of something that you do temporarily. So a change in your eating habits and your change in your lifestyle, because once you do reach that particular weight that you want to reach, you want to maintain that. And a diet per se is not going to do it. So over the course of time, when you're trying to lose this weight that you're attempting to lose, your eating habits must change as well, so that by the time you get to the point where you've lost however many pounds it is that you desire to lose, your eating habits have changed such that those eating habits are the norm for you. That exercise routine is the norm. It's like when you're waking up and you're brushing your teeth. But these things change and they evolve over time. So whereas in my early 20s, I was working out heavy. I was working the aerobics, the Jane Fonda days with the what do you call them things? The leg warmers and the band and all that and all that. Then we rolled into that was in the 80s. Then we rolled into the 90s and we shifted a little bit with how we exercised and what that looked like. And then for me, as I got into the 2000s and got a little bit older, that I realized, or more seasoned, I won't say older, more seasoned. For me, I realized that I needed help staying on track. And I think part of it was I might have been burning out a little bit because I've been going so hard for so many years and exercising so hard and, just a fitness guru, that I was beginning to get a bit tired and my body was beginning to change because now I'm getting into my 40s, 50s, 60s. Yeah, it's been over 20 years. Yeah. So, things were beginning to change, and I didn't feel as though I was as disciplined as I needed to be. So I found myself on the threshold of acquiring personal trainers. And over the years, I had one, two, three, three of them over the years. I think it's about three of them over the years, not at the same time, but at different times. And I found them to be helpful. Now, I'm not saying that is what I'm just saying that this is the evolution in this journey from doing routines and so forth. I was very disciplined. I had heavy duty routines. At one point, I considered a brief period, y'all. I considered competing, but I considered it, but it was a short time frame because I was really working out hard, and I said I cannot work out any harder, which is what I do and change eating habits more than I had been. So that didn't. I realized I was getting into my maybe to late 40s, especially after a very car accident that I had in there, that I needed on task. I needed accountability, and there my journey of fitness personal trainers. We're going to take a when we come back on the flip side break. I'm going to give you three suggestions if that's the direction that you go in as to how you can choose to do that. A personal trainer. We're going to talk a little bit and share a little bit of my journey on that. Joining us, this is Paula G, where we are juggling life while we're talents that God has given us. We'll be back in a moment and we're talking about discipline, the journey of. Hey family, this is Paula G, and our negative mindset can hinder our progress. We have to unlock that negative mindset and create a new narrative so that we can move forward. And my mindset class can help you do. Visit my website, voice.com, information. Embrace the journey. Welcome back to my journey with Paula G, where we are juggling this journey called life while we're all walking in the gifts and talents that God has given us, because indeed God has given each and every one of us a gift and or talent. Thank you all so much for sticking with us. We want to thank our underwriters for their underwriting support. And if you have a business, product, or service you're looking to gain exposure in front of an audience, you can email us at jerryroycelive@gmail.com or Paula at paulagvoice.com. Put underwriting opportunities in the subject line. And once again, a shout out to our producer, Jerry Voice Live. Make sure you check out theweekendchannel.tv and also check out Paula G Voice across all social media platforms, my website, YouTube channel, my website. You can find my books, a voiceover, lifestyle. I do so much lifestyle model, radio, television, all of the different ventures, my mindset journey courses, all of the different ventures that I encounter in this season of my life, in hopes that it will encourage you to step out on whatever it is that you've decided to do or desire to do or dream to do. Because as George Eliot says, it is never too late. I'm a living witness. It is never too late to be what you might have been. You may not do it perfectly. You may not do it like you would have done it, 40 years ago. Hey, but you're waking up every day, you're breathing, and you're doing it. All right. So before the break, we were talking about self-discipline. And I was sharing with you a bit of my journeys over the years, how as I've gained some years, gotten a little seasoned, how that the dynamic and the journey of my fitness and my exercise, my eating habits, all of those things have had to change over the years, because the way I was working out at age 20, now in this particular season, I'm gonna hurt something. It's not going to happen. The way I was eating in my 20s, I could eat whatever it was I wanted to eat, get in the gym, work it off, and still be in shape, still be toned, all of those things. It doesn't work that way now. So once I embraced that, because I was like, what's the problem? I'm doing the same thing that I did before, and I'm not getting the same result. I realized I had to change what I was doing. It was what it was. I had to change what I was doing. So I found myself in the 2000s, and at the time of this particular recording we're toward the end of 2023. So it's been almost 20 years, my 40s, my 50s, my 60s, in the 2000s. It's been almost 20 years. So I found myself in a season where I wanted to continue to exercise. I wanted to continue to stay in shape, but I realized that I needed help staying focused. I needed help with accountability. So I began to work with with a personal trainer or personal trainers over the years. In the early 2000s, I had the very he was actually a student and former educator. So he was a college student. I think he was majoring science, sports medicine, or something of that nature. So that was a good experience because it was my first time working out with a trainer. He was kind of in training to be a trainer, if you will. So that was kind of a good combination. Then the second trainer I had was a former football player that played for one of the colleges in the South. Woo, mercy, those workouts were like the football player workouts. Man, when I tell you that man worked us, he would have me going home crying someday. Literally, I'm serious. He had me going home crying, some tears. I'm never going back again. He's working me too hard. I can't do it. Just boo-hooing, but then I'd be back the next day. So anyway. And then the third one, the current one that I've been working with has really been wonderful, having the ability to make adjustments as I'm navigating through the seasons of my life. So three things that I would share with you before we go. Our time always goes so fast. Three things that I would share with you. First, foremost, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist, medical doctor, none of that. So please, 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 did I say please? Please check with your medical, whomever that is, your primary care, your specialist, whoever it is that you need to check with on a medical basis to first of all, uh, have the discussion about exercise and what that needs to look like for you, because we are all in different stages of our life and different seasons, and some of us are dealing with some physical challenges and some health issues. All may not be able to do the same thing. So a conversation with your primary doctor or your specialist or whoever the medical person that is mainly responsible for your healthcare, having a conversation with them about what it looks like for you. But if you do move forward with a personal trainer, I would suggest that you kind of, if you have a gym membership, let's say, and you're in the gym, you're kind of working out, maybe on the treadmill. So this is what I did. I would get on the treadmill, I would go in and kind of work out on my own. And, while I was on the treadmill, I would observe the different trainers in that particular gym. One week I might focus on one week, or a couple of days I might focus on another, a couple of days I might focus on another. And in watching them, I was able to determine which one it was that I wanted to work out with. And, I used to tell my students in school, I say this all the time, you never know who's watching. When you think somebody's not watching, you never know who's watching. Especially in today's society, we got cameras all over the place. You know who's watching. A particular trainer that I wanted to, it wound up being a great relationship, a working relationship with training. Ooh, he worked me. I couldn't use age as an excuse because he was able to kind of modify but challenge at the same time. So yes, he worked me. So kind of looking at the different trainers, if you're in a or a gym or something of that nature, trainers, just observe distance to see how they interact with their particular clients, to see which one you may be interested in working out with. If your particular facility offers, a free personal training session, book a session with that particular person that you think you may want to train with. If you like that person, continue. If not, see what your options are about kind of interviewing, if you will, or feeling them out until you find the one that you desire. And then, so the first thing was checking with your healthcare physician, interviewing, scoping out the different trainers, and then the third thing is what are your goals? What are your goals? What is it that you desire to achieve? Okay, I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay, you want to lose 20 pounds? Do you want to be toned? Do you want to be stronger? Um, do you want to be able to keep up with your grandchildren? What are some of your goals? Really think specifically about what are some of the goals that you have. I know at one point I had an event that was coming up and it was like 3 months down the road. And there were certain outfits that I wanted to get into that particular time I couldn't get into. And I wanted to get into them and I wanted to look a certain way. So I had that conversation with my trainer. Oh, that was a difficult 3 months. But guess what? I got into those outfits and I looked a certain way that I wanted to look. So you have to have this conversation. You have to discuss. You have to have these goals, um, set for yourself. And I think that I had written a note here that we reach a point in life where we have to have the courage and the wisdom to reach out and ask for professional help in order to reach our goals. And that was me because I was kind of I'm confident. I'm a fitness um, trainer myself, and I'm knowledgeable in fitness. I don't need anybody to train me. I know how to do it. But there comes a point you may know how to do it, but that conversation, I talked to y'all about that conversation in between your ears. You get to a certain point in life, things may get a bit challenging because of everything else that you have going on, and it's difficult for you to stay focused, and you need some accountability. You get to that point where you have to kind of eat a little humble pie, preaching to myself, eat a little humble pie, reach out, ask for help so that you can reach the goals that you desire to reach. So I hope that helps somebody. We have come to the end of our journey. And as you continue on your journey of life, I want you to, I encourage you, as I have done, to, take the necessary steps to unlock a negative mindset, create a new narrative for yourself, and engage in some personal development so that you can step out. You can, first of all, know who you are, discover what your purpose is, and step out on that. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in some upcoming episodes. You can also visit my website once again. Thank you all so much for joining us. Jerry Voice Live Worldwide, our producer. Shout out to you, sir. Check out theweekendchannel.tv. Again, connect with me across all social media platforms, my website, YouTube, Paula G Voice. If you're interested in underwriting opportunities, Paula G Voice, Paula at paulagvoice.com, or jerryvoicelive@gmail.com. Put underwriting opportunities in the subject line. And remember, the greatest conversation you will ever have is the one that takes place in between your ears. What are you speaking to yourself? Is God a part of that conversation? And are you listening to his still small voice? Until next time, my journey embrace the journey.
Man, y'all know what this party need?
What?
I mean, what this party really need?
What?
This party needs some music. You know what I'm saying? Some of that good old school music.
Word up.
Some of that fly music to make you want to move. Make you want to groove. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all, come on, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
If you never did a thing for me, I hope I still love you the same, but you did one big thing for me. And for that my love remains. Now you open up your word for me. Show me the mysteries of your grace that I can live sin free like it. All because you took my place. You died, you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. You died, you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. You died, you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. You died, you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. You didn't leave me to the world shame. there's no way I can deny love's greatest sacrifice through the gift of Jesus Christ. You died, you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. You died, you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. You died, you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. You died, you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. You died, you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. You rose, gave me the victory. It's free. You died, and you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. You died, you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. Nobody like you, nobody like you, Lord. You make me free, you make me free, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, freedom feels like this, like this, like this. Hey, freedom feels like this, like this, like this. Victory in Jesus, victory in my Savior. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. You rose, give me the victory. Now I'm so free. You died, you rose, give me the victory. Now I'm so everything I need, everything I want. Now I'm so found in you. You rose, you give me the victory. I'm so free. You died, you rose, give me the victory. Now I'm so free. You died, you rose, give me the victory. And I think about what you done. You died, you rose, and you rose, give me the victory. Now I'm so free. You died, you rose, give me the victory. Now I'm so free.